Alright guys, welcome back to Quick Concepts. This is Quick Concepts for my Algebra 2 Saxon students. So today we're going to be talking about consecutive integers. So first of all, you're going to be introduced to two types. You can have consecutive integers, just like what I just wrote. Or you're going to see something that says consecutive odd or even. You treat these the same way. So if it's consecutive integers, these are the equations you're going to use. If it's consecutive odd or even, you're going to skip every other one. Please understand that whether it says odd or even, it doesn't matter. You're going to skip. See how we're skipping n plus 1, n plus 3. So odd or even, you're going to use these formulas. Just straight consecutive integers, you're going to use these. So let's do a couple practice problems just to make sure you understand what's going on. Let's see. This is going to be example 6.4 in your book, but I will write it out. It says find 3 consecutive even integers such that 5 times the sum of the first and the third is 16 greater than 9 times the second. All right, so first of all, it says consecutive even integers. So these are the ones I'm going to look for. So I need 3 of them. So I have the first one, I have the second one, and I have the third one. Now I like to label them because when we go to apply them to our word problem, it'll be a lot easier. It says 5 times the sum of the first and the third. Well, first of all, we know sum means to add. 5 times the sum of the first and the third. What do we have to do? We have to add them. 5 times just means to put that 5. Is on the language of math video that we talk about. I do a quick concept on it. I also have a PDF file up on your student resource page that you can pull out and print out. Is another word for equals. 16 greater, well, that means whatever I put down, I'm going to add 16 to it. Okay, and of course, be careful with this. Don't put 16 in the front. Put it after because it's 16 greater than. Than means it's going to come before. Then what? 9 times the second. So once you're here, you've done the hard part. Now it's just good old-fashioned algebra. So this is going to be 2n plus 4 is equal to, I'm going to run this through, 9n plus 18 plus 16. Going to run the 5 through. That's 10n plus 20 is equal to 9n plus, what is that going to be? That's what, 14, 34. I'm going to subtract 9n from both sides. And then I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. So first of all, I want you to understand that it asked for an even number. Did I get an even number? Yes. Check. First one done. But now I have to show them the consecutive even. So I'd have 14. Then I'd have 14 plus 2. Then I'd have 14 plus 4. So your answer isn't just n equals 14. It's 14, 16, and 18. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one where it just talks about consecutive. So this is example 6.5 in your book on page 44. It says find 4 consecutive integers. So right there, I know I'm going to be using the n plus 1, n plus 2, such that 5 times the sum of the first and the fourth is 1 greater than 8 times the third. Okay, 4 consecutive integers. So remember, consecutive means these. No even or odd in there. So here's the first. Here's the second. Here's the third. And here's the fourth. And again, I like to label them. It just makes it easier because I'm going to say 5 times the sum of the first and the fourth. So I'm going to take the first and the fourth. I'm going to add them. And then I'm going to multiply it by 5. Is, don't forget what is means. It just means equal. 1 greater than. Remember what than means. I'm going to put that 1 after it. 8 times the third. Hard part is over. Now it's just good old-fashioned algebra. 10n plus 20 is equal to 8n plus 17. I'm going to subtract 8n from both sides. That's going to be 2n. And then 20, subtract 20 from both. That is not looking right. Ah, do you see what I did, guys? Hopefully this makes you realize that teachers make mistakes too. So what should this be? I should be changing this to a 3 and a 3. So this is going to be 3, 3. This is 15. That's going to work out so much nicer. So this will be minus 15 minus 15. So that's going to give me a 2. And so now we can see n is 1. Well, what's our consecutive? It's going to be 1 plus 1 is 2, 3, and 4. So that is your answer, and that is all for consecutive integers, consecutive odd and even integers.